Welcome to a very special edition of an Orchid Island Spotlight because this time I am going to spotlight 3 islands instead of just one, and all 3 of these lovely players are on my team. And I've chosen to spotlight all 3 because each of them has chosen to place their Savanna sets on their Orchid Islands. And because this is a brand new set, totally different than anything that we've seen before, I want to show you how they've decided to feature it on their own island. So we're going to start with Puzzled 23, and she has got her beautiful Savanna set tucked to the very back of her island, and I absolutely love it. I love how it just kind of blends right in and it doesn't look too out of place, even though the decorations are like from a totally different country than what Orchid Island is supposed to be. It still just is really nicely tucked in the back here without a lot of ado. She's also, if you'll notice, stuck in the alpine path here, connecting to that dirt path, and it somehow works. Don't ask me how it works, but it does. It's just really cute how she's got that set up. Love the trees, love the water and the elephants here in the tent. So she's got all the main elements from the Savanna set, like I said, but it's just kind of just really subtly tucked in the back here in a very pretty way that I love. And this kind of dirt path is just gently spread in the back here where you've got the little truck and the grasses, and they're not all harsh. You don't see it all squared off in any way. Now this was a special sweep the board prize that was from Orchid Society, and hopefully they'll make it available to everybody. I love it. It's so cute. And she has her lookout back here still, which is part of the fall theme, but because that's connected to it, almost looks like it's just part of that hut, which is kind of cool. Really creative way of doing that. Love the baboons. And she's got her purple trees kind of mixed in there along with those beautiful pink flowers from this set. And it just, like I said, it just works. And we know, obviously, that Orchid Island is a fantasy island to begin with. So you can get away with a lot more on Orchid than you could in any other designing type thing. So over here, we've even got Mexico. So that kind of savanna like flows right into Mexico. And like I said, she's also got the alpine set kind of tucked in here too. That stone wall is on the edge. She's got some Botanical Bliss items going on there. But it all somehow works and gels together. This is the completion prize from Botanical Bliss. Cute little fence there with the tulips that match the tulip field right there. Again, that kind of flows just naturally right into Alpine, and then in Savannah, and then back here into Mexico, which I don't know how she managed to do this and make it work, but it does. It somehow really works, and it just flows together so nicely and in such a pretty way, and I absolutely love it. We're going to go right down here to the base here, and we've got Orchid Town going on, which is perfect for this upcoming month because July is always Orchid Town. So she's got that kind of feel through the rest of the top of her island here. Nice little roads connecting everything, all her little coin producing buildings in a nice organized way. She's got the beautiful waterfall columns kind of dividing things up there and making a nice just break between the top and bottom of the island. All of her, again, coin producing islands, little farm going on here and vineyard all together with a flower shop. Love this area. And the little stone pathway just kind of leads everything together, or makes it cohesive, I should say. I like the wine tasting right by the restaurant. That works really well. And it's also right near the vineyard here, so it all kind of goes together. This is a super cute little area here. You've got your crepe little food truck along with the little eating area over here and food cart. So that all works and goes together as if it was part of the restaurant, but just the outdoor eating kind of area. She's got fountains from the Botanical Bliss set. Nice little seating over here as well. Just lots of fun little elements to look at. Louisiana's right back here, but because of how it's done, it just looks like it's part of the town, which works really nicely. Again, making use of those little pathways, the beautiful cart and the horse. Even this little guy just tucked in here on his bench works well in between those houses. So really lots of pretty elements and details here. Love the market square here and the little, this was from Botanical Bliss too, that cute little building in the corner. And it all just goes so nicely together. The gazebo. This is one of my favorite decorations, the gazebo on the water with the girl reading. Super cute. Again, farm area, and because it is a farm, the elements from the German set and Alpine work really well there. So that just all flows together so nicely. And then she's got it so it looks like you could almost get there from the front. So it kind of connects both the front and back of Orchid into this town element here. And that just flows right down into more Orchid Town feel. I love the water here that she has. So this part in the middle is part of the island, that water, but it looks like it's flowing through into this section here that she's created, this whole water feature with lots of her little boats. It's like they're having a race. Super cute. And again, all her little town elements here with the stone pathways connecting with the brick ones, so it gives the whole island a cohesive look. Love all the little flowery bends. That was from, of course, last month's set as well. So pretty. I am all about flowers, so love those. And she's also making a lot of use of gift bushes as well here. Really, really pretty here, all of these. And even some Sherlocks thrown in there. Shrubs. Now, I will say we have an amazing team. We're a relaxed team. We don't require any competitions, but we have gotten Sherlock 3 times in a row since we started our team, just because these ladies are amazing. And I love this. It's a super organized look to it, really symmetrical, but just very pretty too. Really balanced. I love all the palm trees in here, kind of balancing everything out. She's got cute little decking around her bathhouse to make it look like just the deck around that pool area. Again, really making use of those pathways from Botanical Bliss because they're so beautiful. And kind of highlighting these tulip fields in between other elements of Botanical Bliss. She's got blank space here, of course, for more gift bushes, as well as in here too. So really beautifully done. Let's go check out this part of her island. She's making use of the Japanese set here with a pretty little pathway, that stone path. Now that's in your permanent shop, that Zen Garden. It's available, as well as these little pink florals. They also become pathways too when you connect them. Koi pond and the bridge. This is all really pretty. And then that goes into, I like this where she's got her cobblestone. It's just, that's really pretty, but still using the water. I would not have thought of doing that, but it somehow works with the cobblestone and then that watery edge to it. Really, really cute. And I love all the colors as well. Again, really making use of a lot of gift bushes. She's got her berry bog in there. That works really well with the water from like the stilt house and some of the stream tiles. And then the color of the playhouse there, tree house, works well with the reds. So that all goes. She's kind of got the theme there with the reds of the Japanese set. Even this tower, which is from the Alpine set. So it kind of ties everything together nicely. This is just really pretty. Again, you can't really say it's one theme because she's got waterfall, tons of gift bushes, even these little guys, these little Zen guys out here, like a garden area that's really wild and kind of free. And yet it somehow just all flows together in a really pretty way. So I hope this will give you a lot of inspiration for things you can combine that you might not have thought you would be able to combine, but it still works well. I love these horses so much. I'm just waiting to get enough sparks to get my little bonus part of that beautification because the flowers just make it. I love it so much. I normally don't even use the beautifications, but this one I love. So I'm glad I have a visual here of it with the upgrade. Really, really cute. Now, the only thing I probably wouldn't have done is put these guys on the path there, but that's totally a matter of preference. Just because of the path bottom that they're on. If they were on like a dirt one or something, it might work better. Love the table there. But everything here, like I said, things I would never have thought to put together, but they just work really, really nicely. And it's such a beautiful flow to her island. I would love to visit this island in real life and wander all around. And again, do you see how she's tucked in that savanna and it somehow works? I don't know how she did it to make it work, but it does. It looks really pretty there. And you don't mind that there's an autumn bridge and Louisiana buildings and Mexico buildings because somehow they all just work. So thank you, Puzzled, so much for letting me showcase your island. It's so beautiful. Really love it. I wouldn't change any of this. It's just gorgeous, very inviting, and makes me want to hang out here a little bit longer. But we need to move on to our next island. So I am going to go back to my club, and we are going to visit the next one on the list, which is Jazzy Girl. Now, we've been to Jazzy Girl's Island before. I always love her islands because they're always really beautiful. Now, this is unique and new and different from the last time because she's incorporated some of the grasses and the stones from the Savanna Set into the front here. And with those dirt paths, it looks really wild and rugged, and I love it. Love it so much. Again, she's combining things I would not have thought to combine, and it works so nicely together. She's got her aloe plants here, all of these gift bushes from both this month as well as some other ones. And it just looks, I don't know, it has kind of like a wild English garden look, but also, I don't know, I can't tell what it is, but it just is very inviting. So it looks really, really pretty, and it's totally unique to what she had before. This is gorgeous. So again, she's got kind of an orchid town going on, but it's like a really wild garden kind of town, which I absolutely adore. Love the fencing around this section here, which has got some of her Louisiana buildings in it. Tons and tons of gift bushes. The observatory's in here too, and I love the gate that like leads you into this whole little section, which is like its own private section. This all works so nicely together. Love the carriage back here. She's combined the jazz club with some of these other buildings from the Louisiana set, and these all just work so nicely together. She's got the flower shop here, which goes again with that style. Love the little couple picnicking here. All just really, really pretty, beautiful town. And I think I showed you this before, how she's kind of swirled her pathways down. It just makes it look pretty and unique. Really pretty here. Love the cafe and the little kind of arched door that leads you into the other section of the island. We're going to go around the top of this part first. Again, showing you coin-producing buildings and the rest of her town. This is really beautiful. A nice little highlight of her hanging gardens. And that leads you right up into the amphitheater and down into the bathhouse here. We've got the stables all going on down here with the windmill that works nicely. Little restaurant back up here by the chocolate shop, and just a really relaxed kind of tropical area down in that section. And then all these Botanical Bliss items back here, plus the greenhouses, which work really nicely in kind of gardeny area at the base. So that's beautiful. Let's scoot to the back here. This is similar to what she had, only she's making use of these dirt paths in between instead of regular paths. Tons of gift bushes. Love the hedges that kind of, or topiaries that just kind of fence everything off nicely. The little bus here and this train station with the little bus station there all works really nicely together. But she's using them more as like pavilions versus a train station because it does give you a lot more space that way. Love the beautiful schoolhouse surrounded by the picket fence, and they've got the play area there. Lovely water feature here in the back, a giant kind of pond or lake area. This flows so nicely from there, that bridge, really gorgeous spot for it. Love all the elements to the water feature with the stilt house and a little deck going out from it, which works really nicely. Talbot House back here. Again, everything's combined with these dirt paths because then she's making use of things like the gate that works with the Alpine set. This guy on the path with the Botanical Bliss set. Looking at the flowers. It just works super nicely with all of those elements. Tons of gift bushes again. That just makes it look like a wild garden. And I really love that. She's also combined the summer house with this little Italian villa and the little gazebo area there. Those work so nicely together. Wouldn't have thought of combining them. They look really well together though, and that all goes with these kind of color scheme back here, these Italian kind of homes, the Venice set homes, the estate at that level with that kind of orangey look to it. Well, all the aloe plants and other plants work so pretty. Love the vineyard here. Wine tasting. Those oaks look really beautiful there. Tons of hydrangea bushes. Oh, and I always love these too, these big trees. Those were from the German set this past year. I hope they offer those again. Oh, I love this combination of these Venice buildings. So she's got the completion price from last year at the beginning here. This was like a, I don't know if that was from, this was from a couple years ago, I think, that one with the awning. And then the little pavilion beside it, that all works really nicely together. Really beautifully done. So, so, so pretty. Now let's check out her savanna over here. She's made use of this whole section of the island to do her savanna and Botanical Bliss together, which is another great way of doing it. So this is like an entire, kind of almost like a little safari section that you could go through. You come through the pathway here. Again, she's also got the horses. This is so beautiful. I just love it. And it works perfectly because of the sand. It just looks kind of wild and free again, just like all her garden area. Lovely dirt pathway again going through here. All of these gift bushes plus the Botanical Bliss elements that work so beautifully down here at the base. Love the waterfall and the bridge here. She's got her museum tucked in back here, which works nicely too. So it looks like a whole park that you could come into and explore and spend the day wandering through. So you've got your garden area in the front and then the Savannah Safari in the back where it looks like you could walk through and see the animals. Really love that. Love her water, how she's got that spread nicely. And just like Puzzle did, she's just tucked in things so nicely here with the grass where it's got no harsh edges. It's just really beautiful and it flows so nicely. Really, really gorgeous set. So thank you, Jazzy Girl, for sharing your island with us again and being willing to have it highlighted. Absolutely love this island too. And again, tons of great ideas for you to be combining things. I think hers shows a lot of how you can use gift bushes and really make a beautiful garden set up to your theme. Whereas Puzzled, I feel like, really can show you how to combine all kinds of sets and themes in a cohesive way where it really flows well together. All right, next up we have Quilt Queen, and she's going to be our final tour today. Now, I've shown you hers as well, and I love the base of her island, how it again is kind of a wild, rugged, really floral island. She's got tons of gift bushes as well, and she's got space here for more gift bushes all in here where that she actually harvests. So this is the same as you've seen before, or similar, I should say. She's tweaked it a little bit, but very similar. Love the hedge path here going into the estate and the beautiful hanging gardens. It goes with all the purple trees. This is a great combo of the summer house, estate, and bathhouse, but not at their highest level. So it is a little muted, really, really beautiful. Love all the stone pathways here. This is a lot of elements from both Botanical Bliss because you see all those little bountiful bends that she's got. So that's new since the last time you've seen this island. And look how she's alternated the gift bushes here. Speargrass, other gift bushes, the bushes from this current set with that kind of safari grass, and then those bountiful bends at an angle where they look like a pathway all going up. So really, really, really pretty. And then, of course, these beautiful pathways from the February set, the stone paths with the gorgeous rose bushes all around. Love the staircase that leads you right up into that. And again, more of these little beautiful bend things here, bountiful bends, I think they're called. Gorgeous from the Botanical Bliss set. Again, love her water feature, very similar to what she had before. All this is what it was before, those gorgeous purple and pink trees. Just looks super romantic. Again, tons of the bountiful bends around here, just adding a lot more floral elements to what she already had. This was very similar to what I showed you before on her island, this whole section here. Tweaked slightly, but she's got all this gorgeous gold and purple combos together, which work really nicely together. And again, just tons and tons of the Bountiful bins because it just adds a whole nother element of floral, the pinks and all those, just the texture and the colors really nice to this whole section. So it's just added a lot more floral pop to it than was there before. This is similar. Love how, again, she's got that bridge there where it looks like the water comes right through from the back, flows all the way down through to the rest of the island. Gorgeous alpine set here on the side. And little Germany buildings as well in here and decorations. This is just so beautiful. Again, this is very similar to what she had before, and it leads you right up into the winery and vineyard, stables, and the playhouse again works really well because of that red roof and the style of it. It just works nicely. Love the stilt house there and the extra stairway. It makes it look like it's even higher up than it actually is and just gives it more oomph to it. So gorgeous little combo there. All right, let's take a look at her Savannah as well. Again, she's making use of this fun water feature. It looks like it flows in from the back there. Perfect for the goats and the hippos. You see how she's combining the alpine waterfall elements with the Savannah elements, and it somehow works, and it looks so pretty. Her little amphitheater is kind of hidden back here, but it's more like it's tucked in, kind of its own little section where it looks like it belongs. Love all her grasses here, again tucked in nicely where they're not just harsh flat edges. She's tucked in her opera house here behind these villas, so that looks beautiful. It looks like it's kind of just a combined really big villa area where you could stay and then enjoy a beautiful safari park, you know, almost like a resort area that you could stay in. I like how she's also tucked in that market square there. That's really beautiful. And it just kind of takes it down a level without the roads. It just makes it look more rustic, like a true kind of safari wild park here. Really beautiful. She's even got these peacocks tucked in here. I love that. So gorgeous, especially with the hydrangeas around them. Looks really beautiful. She's also got her horses down here. We all had the same horse beautification. It's so pretty, and it goes really nicely, of course, with all these other animals. It just tends to fit better than any of the other beautifications would. So really, really gorgeous. And she's really using a lot of the purple trees and the red trees, this purple-red combo of colors here. And that works so nicely too with these Savannah elements. Just really fun. Do you see how different though each island is as far as how they're portraying the safari elements? Now the last two have both made use of this whole section in the back, but one of them was more of a garden, while this feels more like genuine safari, yet it still has the red and the purples kind of theme to it, which is really beautiful. So totally, totally different styles, lots of unique elements here, lots that you can take away from it and get ideas for your own island. So thank you, Quilt Queen, and thank you all of you ladies for your gorgeous islands. I love them so much and would love to visit them all. And I will say too, I want to point out, she actually has a big enough water area that's empty enough to fit this boat from the last sweep the board. So I applaud you, Quilt Queen, for being able to use that boat in a way that actually makes sense and doesn't look like crazy crowded or how in the world did they get it on there. Really gorgeous. So this area was changed a little bit because of that. And I do want to highlight this just a little bit. So pretty. Love the hammock and this little building tucked in, and it kind of leads you up into the aviary, but it's not. It's just kind of tucked back in there. I love how she's done that, tucked the buildings in so that really the feature is all of these gorgeous flowers and trees and really wild kind of wonderland kind of feature to it. I also love how she's got water features on both sides. And of course, this pathway that leads you up to. This is just so beautiful. So again, thank you ladies for your gorgeous islands. Always love to visit them and love to see the creativity from these three ladies. And I know that they will inspire you with some of your own design. So if you have an island that you would like spotlighted, feel free to contact me. You can find me on Facebook. My profile link is on my YouTube channel at Lady Cadence Island. So shoot me a message, leave a comment on a post, and I will be glad to look at your island too. Thanks so much for watching.